Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Terry back with another video. Hold on, that's some bars real quick. So in this video, we watching Truth or Dare. Um, she said I'm rare. And that's a big bear. No, no. Well, all right. Well, anywho, I'm finna listen. We finna, watch this video. Let's get into it. Truth or Dare? Come on.
Jump if you dare. On May 24th, 2023, just days after graduating high school,
Uh,
18-year-old Cameron Robbins from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, was celebrating with several hundred classmates on a trip to the Bahamas. They were staying at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort in Nassau. That evening, the group attended a sunset party cruise aboard Blackbeard's Revenge, a pirate-themed party boat. Around 9:40 p.m., near the uninhabited Athol Island northeast of Nassau, someone dared Cameron to jump off the boat into the dark ocean. Several students tried to grab him and stop him. They reached
Nah,
for him,
nah,
attempting to hold.
nah, nah, nah. We're not doing all that. Nah, that's basically peer pressure. Let's keep it a bug, bro. Like, why is y'all's hands on him in the first place, y'all? And why is this dude smiling? Yo, bro, this is a true story. Like, bro, why is this dude smiling like that? He plotting, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a bug. This dude, like right here, so this dude right here, he must like he must have took this dude's girl or something. Cause there's no way he's feeling like, bro. There's no way. Hopefully he ain't get eaten by a shark or a shamu or just a megalodon. Something. You feel me? Let's see what happens.
Him back, but Cameron broke free from their grip. He jumped into the water. Footage
Ooh.
captured the aftermath. Cameron could be seen swimming in the dark waters. Friends threw a life preserver toward him. People screamed, "Grab the buoy! Hey, the buoy!" They were trying desperately to direct him to the flotation device, but Cameron appeared to swim away from it. Within seconds, he vanished from view. The boat remained anchored for hours as students searched frantically. The U.S. Coast Guard, Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and United Cajun Navy searched the waters until about 3 a.m. Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Raymond King called the area really shark-infested. He said, "The probability of
Damn.
survival decreases significantly, particularly if a person did not have on
Nah,
a."
you got to run my fade, bro. Nah, I don't care. You got to run my fade, bro. Nah, you got to run my fade, bro. What are we talking about, bro? You tell me that you grab me like these. You feel me? Finna throw me in the water. I break out. I fall in the water. First of all, y'all already know, like, you know what I'm saying, what color this is. So look, first of all, I wouldn't even be in that situation first place. I wouldn't even be in the yacht. You feel me? Um, so I fall up in the ocean. I swim, and you tell me I get eaten by a shark, bro? Yeah, bro. I'm about to reincarnate or something, or just like, spooky as it goes. Cause boy, ain't no way, bro. What are you talking about? I'm not going out like that without my revenge.
Life vest, and particularly if a person is perceived to be intoxicated. The search covered 325 miles over 2 days. On May 27th, authorities called off the search. Cameron
Damn.
Robbins was officially designated lost at sea. His body was never recovered. A memorial service was held at Broadmoor United Methodist
Hey,
Church in Baton Rouge.
hey,
Cameron was described by his baseball
rest in
coach
peace to
as
this
a
dude's
fierce competitor and by
Cameron,
his
bro.
family as funny and
RP.
kind-hearted. My
Damn,
darkest
bro.
secret. On May 28th, 2018, in the early hours of the morning, a neighbor looked out her window in Heysham, Lancashire, and saw flames at 94-year-old Mary Gregory's bungalow. Firefighters rushed to the scene and found Mrs. Gregory unconscious in the conservatory, suffering from smoke inhalation. She was treated by paramedics and rushed to Royal Lancaster Hospital, but died 4 days later. An
Damn.
investigation by Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service concluded the most probable cause was a dropped or carelessly discarded cigarette. Mrs. Gregory was a heavy smoker with dementia. The coroner recorded a verdict of accidental death. The case was closed. Then, weeks after the funeral, during a game of Truth or Dare with two friends, 17-year-old Tiernan Darnton revealed his darkest secret. He told them, "I have a secret I haven't told anyone. I may have
What?
killed someone." His friends didn't believe him. He persuaded them to keep quiet. But in May 2019, during a counseling session, Darnton mentioned a friend who could send me to prison cause of what he knows. He added that he had felt powerful at Mrs. Gregory's funeral because he knew what had happened and everyone else in the room didn't. The
Wait.
counselor ended the session by saying, I think you're trying to tell me you've killed someone. Darnton mouthed, yes. Police reopened the case. They discovered drawings of
Damn,
Mrs. Gregory's floor plan with labels like good hiding place and quick exit. Evidence showed he had set the curtains on fire with a
bro.
lighter, unplugged the phone
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, hey, Miss Gregory, our condolences, but hey, dude, right here, you a threat to society, bro. Feel me? Hey, look, all due respect, of course, you feel me? Because, like I said, you have family. Hey, look, your family. Hey, look, we can all be redeemed, but bro, like, come on, like, bro, what are we doing? Like, first of all, you broke into an old lady's house of all things. Like, bro,
phone, disabled a smoke alarm, and placed a table in front of the conservatory doors to block her escape. Investigators found disturbing searches under 18 murder and how long do murderers serve in prison? In November 2021, Darnton was convicted of murder and sentenced to life with a minimum of 15 years. The bridge incident. On a summer day in 2024, two teenagers, ages 15 and 16, were part of a group chat where dares were being shared among friends. The conversation turned to jumping off a bridge into Lake Hartwell, South Carolina. The pressure mounted through messages. Other teens egged them on. The two decided to go through with it. They drove to the bridge and climbed onto the railing. The drop to the water below was significant. Without
yo,
hesitation,
where's y'all's parents? First of all, hold on, how old are these people? Hold on,
teenagers, ages 15 and 16,
bro, where's y'all's parents at? Bro, y'all literally took a whip to the bridge. Like, where is y'all's parents at, yo? Yo, see, this is what I be talking about. Like, we just gotta be smarter, just like as a people. Like, you feel me? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Also, um, look, I know the people watching this video. Look, I know y'all eating the best food right now. Look, y'all gonna have to give me some. You feel me? Look, I know. Look. Forget the video right now. Give me some, bro. No, I'm not playing. I'm gonna need some of that. You gonna be stingy? What's up? What's up? I remember that. Don't worry.
were part of a group chat where dares were being shared among friends. The conversation turned to jumping off a bridge into Lake Hartwell, South Carolina. The pressure mounted through messages. Other teens egged them on. The two decided to go through with it. They drove to the bridge and climbed onto the railing. The drop to the water below was significant. Without hesitation, both teens jumped. They plunged into Lake Hartwell. Friends watching from the shore expected to see them surface. Seconds passed, then minutes. Neither came back up. Emergency services were called immediately. Dive teams searched the lake. Eventually, both bodies were recovered. Neither teen had made it back to shore. The local community was
Bro.
devastated. Candlelight vigils were held. Parents
And look,
gathered, holding
rest in
candles and
peace.
photographs of the two
Rest in peace to
teenagers.
these two people. But
Flowers and
like,
messages were left at the
it
bridge.
just
In the
sucks,
days
man.
that followed,
Damn.
parents across the community warned about peer pressure games spreading through social media. The group chat that had contained the dare was examined by authorities. Friends who had participated in encouraging the jump were left traumatized. Counselors were brought into local schools.
As y'all
The
should
deaths
be.
sparked conversations about the deadly consequences of online dares. The bridge where the teenagers jumped became a memorial site. Parents begged other teenagers to think before accepting dangerous dares, no matter how much pressure they felt from their peers. The community mourned two young lives lost to a moment of reckless decision making.
So I'm not sure if this video. So this video didn't say it, but like, bro. So the people that peer pressure them, like, they just give away scot free. Like, I know they traumatized forever, but like, I feel like there should be some like more like a different type of punishment. You feel me? Because that's just like that's sad. Like, damn. Hey, rest in peace, y'all too, boys. You feel me? Hey, rest in peace. Hey, rest in peace to the grandma too. And then the one before that, I forgot. My bad.
The boiling water incident. On March 22,
No.
2017, in Florida, 8-year-old Kihari Pope was at a sleepover with her cousin and friends. The children decided to play Truth or Dare. The game started innocently enough. Then, someone dared Kiari to drink boiling water through a straw. The other children thought it would be funny to see if she would actually do it. Kihari accepted the dare. She put the straw to her lips and drank the scalding liquid. Immediately, she began screaming in agony. The boiling water burned her mouth, throat, and lungs. She collapsed. The adults rushed her to the hospital. Doctors discovered she had suffered severe internal burns to her throat and respiratory system. Kihari was placed in intensive
Bro,
care. She underwent
look, I look, hold on. I didn't even know boiling water can kill you if you drink it. The fuck? Hold on.
The adults rushed her to the boiling water burned her
Look, my thing is
legs
this,
and
right?
drank the scalding
Bro, why? I would took a sip at least. You feel me? Like, bro, she was basically from this point of view, he was chugging the water. You feel me? No, you don't, just take a sip. What are you doing? And then look, as soon as, hey, first of all, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as look, y'all see how she went down right
liquid.
here?
Immediately, she began screaming in agony. The
Like,
boiling
hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. That was me. Now I started screaming. I would have got the water, poured it right on this blonde girl right here. And boy, no way. Look. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
water burned her mouth, throat, and lungs. She collapsed. The adults rushed her to the hospital. Doctors discovered she had suffered severe internal burns to her throat and respiratory system. Kihari was placed in intensive care. She underwent multiple surgeries. For months, she lived with severe complications from the burns. Her airway was damaged. She struggled to breathe. The internal injuries were catastrophic. Despite the medical team's efforts, Kiari's condition continued to deteriorate. The damage to her throat and lungs was too
Damn.
extensive. Eventually, 4 months later, she died from the injuries sustained from drinking the boiling water. The case shocked the nation. Parents were horrified that such a simple dare could
Bro, like it's just like we got like bro, we just gotta be smarter, y'all. Like, what are we doing? Boiling water? Like, I guess like like to like try to protect your friends. Like, bro, like I didn't know you could like I didn't know boiling water could like say actually like do that type of damage. Like, I know it could burn you, but like I didn't know like it could like mess up your throat. Like, damn, bro.
result in death. Warning messages spread across social media about the deadly risks of dares among children. Kihari's family spoke out, hoping to prevent other children from accepting dangerous dares. Her death became a cautionary tale in schools
Like,
across
bro,
the country.
I'm not like hold on. I know y'all probably gonna think I'm yapping, but like y'all need to understand, like, first of all, it takes a lot of work into making a child. Like, now that I understand how babies are made, it's kind of like crazy. Like, dang. And she was probably like a single child too. Man, like, it takes a lot of work making a baby, and then raising them, teaching them. Like as a parent, you trying to like make money so that your children can like inherit that. You feel me? So that previous generations of them can be, you know what I'm saying, wealthy. It's like now that she's gone, like that sucks. Like if that ever happened to me, I'll become a villain. You feel me? Nah, I'm more like a vigilante, but y'all get the point.
The children who had dared her to drink the boiling water were left traumatized by what had happened. Kihari Pope was just 8 years old. The slug
Yeah,
incident. On a warm evening in
slug.
2010, 19-year-old Sam Ballard was at a party in Sydney, Australia, with his rugby teammates. They were drinking wine in a backyard. The conversation was lighthearted. Then someone spotted a garden slug crawling across the patio. As a joke, one of Sam's friends dared him to swallow it. Everyone laughed. It seemed like harmless fun. Sam picked up the slug and swallowed it whole. Everyone cheered. The party continued.
No,
Sam
bro, nah, bro. Like y'all see what I'm saying? Like y'all see what I'm saying? Like what are we doing, y'all? Like first of all, work parents, like bro, like I get it's like the worst trip there. It's like it's obviously gonna be like the dumbest like ones, like where people like lose their lives for like no reason. Like I understand, but like come on, we need to like you know what I'm saying we need to do better. Feel me? Um, sucks.
Sam picked up the slug and swallowed it whole. Everyone cheered. The party continued. Sam went home that night thinking nothing of it. Days passed. Then Sam
Wait, imagine if it laid eggs inside this dude, in the eggs, and like all like the children they all popped. Yo, imagine.
began feeling strange. He developed severe pain in his legs. Within weeks, he could barely walk. He went to the
Oh,
hospital. Doctors discovered the slug had carried rat lungworm parasites. The parasites had infected Sam's brain, causing a severe infection called eosinophilic meningoencephalitis. Sam fell into a coma for 420 days. When he finally woke up,
damn.
he was paralyzed from the neck down. The infection had left him a quadriplegic. He couldn't walk, couldn't feed himself, couldn't breathe without assistance.
Oh
For 8
man.
years,
Yeah. Oh man. At this point, look. At this point, look. I'm gonna sell my like I'm gonna sell basically everything useful for my body, like kidneys, all that. You feel me? Um, you're just gonna have to like, what's that one thing like where like you the needle and you just like I'm saying, like you not waking back up? Like just give me that honestly, you feel me? Damn, bro.
Sam lived
Like he can't even oh, this is dude right here. Damn, like yo, shout out to the mom. Yo, hey, shout out to mom. Hey, you a W mom, you feel me? Like, of course, no dad probably. Damn, man.
with severe disabilities, requiring around-the-clock care. His mother became his full-time caregiver. Sam's friends were devastated by what their dare had caused. In 2018, 8 years after swallowing the slug, Sam Ballard died from complications related to the infection. He was 28 years old.
Bro. Hey y'all, shout out this dude. Well, not yeah, shout out Sam. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, man. It sucks what happened, but damn, it sucks. You
His
moved on to
death
a better place
highlighted
though.
the hidden dangers that can lurk in seemingly innocent dares. Sam's friends carried the weight of what had happened for the rest of their lives. The fireworks incident. On October 24th, 2024, during Diwali celebrations in Bengaluru, India, a group of friends gathered to celebrate the Festival of Lights. Fireworks were everywhere. The night air was filled with explosions and colorful displays. The men had been drinking, and the atmosphere was festive and reckless. Someone brought out a large box of fireworks and suggested a dare. They challenged a 32-year-old man in the group to sit on top of the
You a
box while they lit.
grown man. 32. Yo, please tell me you gave it to somebody else. You a grown man, 32. You pushing 40. Look, I don't know if they said this, but at this age, you should have like 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? 2 baby mamas. You feel me? A job. Like, come on now. Like, come on now. You 32. Hey, look, again, shout out to this dude. I'm not trying to insult him, though. You feel me? It's just like, crazy.
The fuses. Friends laughed and egged him on. The man, emboldened by alcohol and peer pressure, agreed. He climbed onto the box and sat down. His
Hey, look, y'all. Peer pressure, y'all, like, it's like the stupidest thing, but it's like the most, like, it's all about pride. Like, when people peer pressure you, it's like your ego. You feel me? But, like, now, like, a person like me, like, it don't bother me. Like, if somebody say, oh, do this, like, I'm gonna be like, nah. You feel me? And I'm gonna just move on. Because that same person, that's not my real friend at the end of the day. You feel me? He's a fake friend. Um, like y'all have like those friends that like, y'all be like hold on. Y'all have like those friends that like, not friends, but just like people that like, like the annoying people, you feel me? That try to talk to you every single day, try to like bother you on some silly like stuff. Like that's kind of like with this situation, like, bro, that's not a real friend. That's just a clown. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So don't do it, like, bro. If you don't do it, it's cool. Like that's it. Like just don't do it. Sorry that my explanation was trash, but y'all get the gist of it,
friends lit the fireworks. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the
bro.
entire box exploded beneath him. The force of the blast was catastrophic. The man was thrown into the air. The explosives detonated with tremendous power,
Like look at these
causing fatal
goofies.
injuries. Friends screamed and rushed to help, but it was too late. Emergency services arrived
Wait,
quickly.
hold on.
Into the air, exploded beneath lit
Look,
the fireworks.
look. I know it exploded, but like, why isn't
For a
it?
moment, nothing
Hold
happened.
on,
Then the entire box exploded beneath him. The force of the blast was
bro. It exploded like on his like. He was like sitting down on it. So
catastrophic. The man was thrown into
why
the
is there no blood like around this area? You feel me? Like, why is it just like the head area? Like, I'm not. Look, I'm not trying to be realistic. Like, you feel me? Because it went straight through the hole. Pause. 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 Bro, y'all dirty minded, bro. Y'all boys dirty minded. Onto the video.
air. The explosives detonated with tremendous power, causing fatal injuries. Friends screamed and rushed to help, but it was too late. Emergency services arrived quickly, but the man died at the scene from his injuries. Witnesses told police it had been part of a dare. The case received widespread coverage across India. News outlets showed footage of the aftermath, warning others about the dangers of combining alcohol, fireworks, and peer pressure. The man's family was left to mourn a senseless death.
She
His
did that
friends who had
kids.
encouraged the dare were left traumatized and guilt-ridden. Authorities used the incident as a warning during future Diwali celebrations. Senior assassin incident. On a day in May 2025, high school seniors in Arlington, Texas, were participating in Senior Assassin, a popular end-of-school tradition. The game involves students chasing each other with water guns, trying to eliminate opponents. It's meant to be harmless fun, a way for graduating seniors to bond before heading to college. Players track each other's locations and stage surprise attacks. That afternoon, 17-year-old Isaac Leal was participating in the game with friends. They had spotted their target and began pursuit in a Jeep. The chase intensified. The vehicle accelerated through streets. The adrenaline was high. The teenagers were laughing and yelling, caught up in the excitement of the game. As the pursuit continued, Isaac climbed onto the back of the moving Jeep. He was trying to get a better position during the chase. Friends
Bro, hey Isaac, like again, look, I know, look, Isaac, you gotta be smarter. This ain't no movie, bro. This ain't you're not Tom Cruise, you're not Vin Diesel, like this ain't Fast and Furious, my boy. Come on now. You're not the main character. Feel me? And look, I'm not trying to pick on you, bro. It's like all with all due respect. I'm just yeah, man.
later said he was riding on the exterior of the vehicle. Then the Jeep hit a bump in the road. Isaac lost his grip and fell from the moving vehicle onto the street. His head hit the pavement with
Damn.
devastating force. The Jeep screeched to a halt. Friends jumped out, screaming. Someone called emergency services. Isaac was rushed to the hospital with catastrophic head injuries. For weeks, he remained in intensive care, clinging to life. Doctors did
That boy got CTE to the next level.
everything they could. His family kept vigil at his bedside, but the injuries were too severe. In early June 2025, after weeks in the hospital, Isaac Leal died from his injuries. Investigators confirmed the death occurred during the Senior Assassin game. The incident sparked debate about whether such games should be banned. Some schools across Texas immediately prohibited the tradition. If you'd like to see more stories like this, make sure to subscribe and
Well, yo, boys, thank y'all for watching this video. You feel me? Hey, let me know in the comment section on what video I should do next. And look, we just gotta be smarter though. You feel me? Like I get it's all fun and like fun giggles. You feel me? But just be smart. Just know your surroundings and just know who your real friends are. Feel me? So thank y'all for watching this video, and y'all have a good one.